Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Hope you are all fine. Now, I am here to teach you about the past indefinite tense. It is same as the present indefinite tense, but the only difference is of the time. In present indefinite tense, the action is happening now, but in past indefinite it is used to describe an action, an event, or a condition that occurred in the past. So, something happened in the past is included in the simple past tense. For example, I played. So, I am playing in the past. She and he and she played. So, she and he was playing in the past. So something happened or some action, some event and some condition happened in the past is including in the past indefinite tense. Yet, yet it is also very interesting tense in the English and it is as easy as the present tense. So let's start it. After knowing the definition of the past simple past tense, the simple past tense is something called the preterite tense. So preterite tense means something happens or several tenses which is talk about the past. Okay, the past time period which is included in some tense, it is known as the preterite tense. We can use several tenses to talk about the past, but in simple past tense is the one we use most often. So student, it is a condition of the term that yes, we use the same past tense in our daily life, but the simple past tense is the one we use most. In this lesson, we took at the structure and the use. So, students, again the two main questions of every tense: how we make the simple past tense and how we use the simple past tense. So, it is as following: how do we make the simple past tense? To make the simple past tense, we use the past form only. What is the past form? Past form means second or the third form of the verb. Past forms in which a word is used along with the ed, or we can also use auxiliary verb, which is the did. Did plus the base form is the formula to make the simple past tense. So, two things are needed in making the simple past tense. Number one is the past form, or you can say that auxiliary did along with the base form. Here you can see example of the past form, that what is the past form and what is the base form for irregular verbs and regular verbs, as I already told you about the regular and irregular verbs. So what is the past form and what is the base form, you can understand by this example. For example, in regular verb, base form, work, explode, like. Past form, worked, ed along with the worked, exploded, liked. So these are the simple bases of the word, and these are the past form. These are the past form. Worked. Past form is simple the past participle. You can say that work, worked, worked. Explode, explode, did, exploded. Liked, liked, liked. So the past form for all the regular verb ends in ed. Keep in mind, students, all the past form in the regular verb. The key word is the regular verb. Whenever the regular verb is used, you add ed at the end of the word. So this is the key point of the past or the base form. Then irregular verbs, something like that: go, see, sing. So its past form is go, went. And what is the past participle? Gone. So you can say that it is the first form of the verb, it is the second form of the verb, and it is the third form of the verb. So the first form is go, second form, or you can say the past form is the went, and the past participle is gone. Go, went, gone. See, saw, seen. Sing, sang, sung. So these are some irregular verbs, and the key point is the past form for irregular verb is variable. You need to learn it by heart, not by something like that. You add ed along with every word, so it is not the way. So regular verb means the work is the work word. The word is same in the past or the past participle, but it only adds ed. But in irregular verbs, the word is totally changed. Go is totally changed into went, and went is totally changed into gone. So these are the variables. Variable means changes in the word. Regular verbs is same, work, word. But the key point is the addition of ed. But in irregular verbs, that word is totally changed. Go, went, gone. See, saw, seen. Sing, sang, sung. So you can need to learn it by heart. You know, and keep in mind, you do not need the past participle, or you can say the third form of the verb to make the simple past tense. So in simple past tense, you only use the second form, or you can say that the past form is used, not the past participle. Third form is not used in the simple past tense. I repeat it. Only second form is used to make the simple past tense. You do not need the past participle or third form. It is shown here for the completeness only, that you don't have any ambiguity. So I have discussed these past participle along with this, but there is no function of past participle in the simple. Only second form of the verb is used in the past, simple past tense. Okay. Now next, the structure of the positive sentence. So we were already discussed that there are three main types of the sentence. Number one is the positive sentence, number two is the negative sentence, and the number three is the question based sentences. So what is the formula, what is the structure for the positive sentence? Is the subject. What is subject? Subject is your doer along with the main verb. Main verb is the past, not the past participle. It's the second form of the verb. Yes. So these two are the main things which are needed in the structure for the positive sentence. Subject plus main verb. And what is the structure for the negative sentence? Subject, auxiliary verb did. This is an addition, student. Auxiliary verb did is used with the main verb, which is known as your base. Keep in mind, the word base is used, but in positive sentence the word past is used. What is this meaning? It's mean auxiliary verb did is used. It's mean it completes the meaning of past. So you can only add base or the first form of the verb along with the did. So student, you cannot add again the past or the second form along with the did. Did also complete the meaning of pastness. So you can use first form along with the did. But in positive sentence, there is no auxiliary verb like did. So you can use the second form of the verb, which is the past. So keep in mind, there is a difference between the auxiliary verb in positive sentences. In the simple past, there is no auxiliary verb, but in negative sentences, there is an auxiliary verb did, and we also add not for the negation, and the first form, main verb, which is the base. Base is used along with the did. So do not use the double past tense did along with the past. Along with the did, there is always use of the base, or you can say that the first form of the verb. Okay. And the number third is the structure for the question sentence in the simple past tense. In simple past tense, student, the auxiliary verb did came before the subject. The auxiliary verb did come before the subject and then the main verb, which is the base. You can notice that along with the did, we only use the base, not the past form. So in question sentences, question based sentences, auxiliary verb come before the subject and then the main verb. So the auxiliary verb did is used in both the negative sentences and both the question based sentences. Okay? It is same for all person. So auxiliary verb did is not conjugated. It is same for all the person. I did, you did, he did. So it is not a compulsory that did is used along with the first person pronoun, second person pronoun and the third person pronoun. But it is same for all the person. And the base form and the past form do not change. You can notice the base form is not changed when we use did. The base form or the past form do not change. It remains same. Look at these examples with the main verb go and were. Let's have some example of the three type of the sentences: positive, negative and interrogative. So in positive sentences, there is no auxiliary verb. I went. What is the second form or the past of the go is went. I went to school. You worked very hard. What is the second form of the work is the worked. You worked very hard. So this is for positive sentence. And what is for negative sentence? She did not go with me. You will notice along with the did we use the go first form. We did not work yesterday. Along with the did we only use the first form work, not the second form, and there is a negation in the negative sentences. So what is the third form? Third type of sentences: did you go to London? You will notice that did and auxiliary verb come before the subject and go, work. These are the base form. They do not change. To London, did they work at home? And a question mark in the question based sentence. Now student, there is an exception case in every sentence. No one is perfect. So the tenses is also not perfect. So there are some exceptions. The verb to be, the use of to be word is very different. We conjugate the word to be. I was, you were, he and she were. So the to be is something you can say that the use of the was and were. So these two are the auxiliary verb is also used in the past sentences, and was is used with the singular. Remember, was is used for the singular ones and were is used for the plural were or the second form. Second person pronoun, was is used for the first person or the third person singular, while the were is used for the second person and plurals. So for example, I was, you were, he or she, it was, we were, they were. And we do not use an auxiliary for the negative and question sentences. So when we use these auxiliaries was and were, then why we add more like did auxiliary verb used in these sentences? So was and were is used as an auxiliary for the negative and question sentences. To make a question, we exchange the subject and verb. Look at this example. I, he, she, it was here. So he, she, it and I, they are the singulars. So we use the main verb was here. You, we, they, were in London. So they are the plurals, and this you is the second person pronouns. And in negative sentence, only the addition of not is there. If he, she, it was not there, you were, you, we, they were not happy. So there is only negation. But in interrogative sentences, only the main verb was replaced by the subject or came in the place of subject. Was he, she, it, I right? Or were you, we, they late? So there is the replacement of the subject and the main verb, and there is no auxiliary verbs are used in these type of sentences, negative and the positive. As we discussed earlier, then auxiliary verb did is used along with the negative and question based, but there is an exceptional case in the to be verb when we use only the main verb as an auxiliary verb in these. Okay, student? Yes, now comes how we use the second main question, then how we use the simple past. After making the sentence or after making the structure of this tense, we know how to use the simple past tense. We use the simple past tense to talk about an action or the situation, an event in the past. As we know earlier, the event can be short and long. It's not compulsory, student. Here are some sort of events with the simple past tense. For example, the car exploded at 9:30 a.m. yesterday. So this is an event which is held in the past. She went to the door. Went. Second form. We did not hear the telephone. Did not hear. Did you see the car? So there is the second form, or you can say the past form is there. This is also past form. This is the auxiliary verb which is used along with the negation, and this is the interrogative. This is also an auxiliary verb did along with the negation, and the first form see and hear are used along with the did. If this auxiliary verb is not used in the sentence, then this here is converted into heard and this see is converted into saw. Okay, just like went and explored. So these are the actions which are performed in the past. Here are some long events. These are some example of the short event, but here are some long events with the simple past tense. For example, I lived in Bangkok for 10 years. The Jurassic period lasted about 62 million years. We did not sing at the concert. Did you watch TV last night? So along with the did, sing, and did watch is used, but in the positive sentence lived, lasted, it is used. And these are some examples of the long events that are held in the past. So notice, students, that it does not matter how long ago the event is. It can be a few minutes or the second in the past or the million of years in the past. Also, it does not matter how long the event is. It can be a few milliseconds, car explosion, a few milliseconds, or the millions of years, Jurassic period. We can use the simple past tense when these are the three main points of the simple past, or you can say that it is the concluding points of the simple past tense. The event is in the past, then you use the past tense. The event is completely finished, then you use the simple past tense. And we say or understand the time and the place of event, then you use the present. So these are the three time periods, or you can say that the use of the simple past tense. In general, if we say that the time or place of the event, we must use the simple past tense. We cannot use the present perfect tense. So this is the difference between the present perfect and the simple past, that whenever there is a time or the place of event, so we use the past tense, not the present perfect. Keep in mind. For example, I lived in that house when I was young. He did not like the movie. What did you eat for dinner? John drove to London on Monday. Mary did not go to work yesterday. Yes, these are the example which shows some time and some places. So in these sentences we use the simple past, not the present perfect. Did you play tennis last week? I was at work yesterday. We were not late for the train. Were you hungry? So these are the some time and the places you can use the simple past tense. At the end, it is noted that when we tell a story, we usually use the simple past tense. We may use the past continuous tense to set the scene. Yes, but we almost always use the simple past tense for the action. Look at this example of the beginning of the story. Something like that. The wind was blowing, howling around the hotel, and the rain was pouring down. It was cold. The door opened, and the James Bond entered. He took off his coat, which was very wet, and ordered a drink at the bar. He sat down in the corner of the lawn and quietly drank his, and so on. So these are the words which has a past form. So it's mean whenever we tell a story, we usually use the past tense. This page shows the use of the simple past tense to talk about the past events, but note that if there are other uses for the simple past tense, for example in conditional or if sentences. For example, if there are some conditions, or you can say if you work hard you get succeeded. So something like the conditional sentences are used, we use the past simple past tense. So it is a conclusion of the simple indefinite tense. It is used to express that action which was done in the past. For example, girls sang a song. So in this tense, second form of verb is used. Keep in mind, this is the concluding main points we will discuss in detail earlier. Note it down. In this tense, second form is used. In negative sentence, did not with the first form of the verb. Keep in mind, did not with the first form of verb is used. For example, I did not finish my work. And in interrogative sentence, did is used in the beginning of sentence or in the place of subject. For example, did you learn your lesson? So these are the main points we discussed earlier in detail, and this is a key point of the past indefinite tense. The second form, did not with the negative sentence and did with the interrogative sentence. So these are the some examples with the past definite. So student, this is all about the past indefinite tense. So further you have any confusion and ambiguity, you will contact me. And this is all about past. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.